Coming up on LUTV News, a second demolition has been scheduled for the Boone Bridge. Find out when that area of Highway 40 will be closed.
Plus, students on Lindenwood's campus are concerned about rapid spread of pink eye. Find out what you can do to protect yourself from the virus.
And students on Lindenwood's campus are excited about new food options. We have the details coming up next.
Those stories plus sports, weather, and more straight ahead on LUTV News.
Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Emily Miller.
And I'm Phil Brom. It's that time of year where everyone seems to be getting sick. Students have been visiting the Lindenwood University Health Center a little more than usual lately.
Samantha Glenn joins us in the studio with more information about a recent outbreak. Samantha?
According to the Lindenwood St. Charles Campus Health Center, conjunctivitis, or pink eye, has been spreading rapidly. Many Lindenwood students reported symptoms of the infection in the past few weeks. Conjunctivitis is characterized by red, itchy eyes, uncomfortable drainage, and crusty eyelids in the morning. The sickness can be an allergic reaction, a viral infection, or a bacterial infection. Nurse practitioner in the Lindenwood Student Health Center, Kelly Martin, shares the status of the outbreak on campus.
Pink eye is always an issue in close communities like daycares, college campuses, different schools. And it started here at Lindenwood probably about 3 weeks ago. It's diminished some this week, but probably about 7 or 8 people a week.
If students are experiencing the symptoms of pink eye, they should go to the health center in the bottom floor of the Spelman Center as soon as possible. Antibacterial eye drops may be needed to fight the infection. Thorough hand washing and limited eye contact with eyes is encouraged in order to prevent it from spreading. With LUTV News, I'm Samantha Glenn.
The other part of the Daniel Boone Bridge is coming down. The demolition will be on March 7th. Crews will close all lanes of eastbound and westbound I-64 at 9:45 a.m. All lanes will reopen once the debris has been cleared. Those interested in watching the demolition can park at Chester Valley Athletic Complex. Spectators will then have to walk down the Monarch Levee Trail to the viewing area.
A federal jury has thrown out a case against the Ferguson Police Department. Henry Davis claims the police officer beat him while he was handcuffed during an incident in 2009. The lawsuit claims he suffered a concussion along with a cut to his head. Police say Davis lashed out first, but then he was not struck during the altercation. Police arrested Davis on suspicion for driving while intoxicated.
St. Louis police are investigating a fatal shooting in Soudard. The area where the man was shot was near downtown. Police say he was shot in the neck at 9:40 a.m. on Thursday. Investigators pronounced him dead at the scene. Police have not released any victims' names and have not released that any suspects have been arrested.
A man charged with the death of a Missouri Highway Patrol officer is no longer in jail. Sergei Komerzan was released on Wednesday after his bond was reduced to $10,000. He reduced the bond only 10% of the original $100,000 bond. Komerzan charges include second-degree murder or an alternative of first-degree manslaughter. The Highway Patrol trooper James Bravo was killed in August after he unsuccessfully tried to pull over a motorcycle going 105 miles per hour.
Straight ahead on LUTV News, new food options are coming to Lindenwood campus.
We have the details coming up next.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfires.
2012 presidential candidate Mitt Romney speaks out against Donald Trump. Romney delivered a speech at the University of Utah on Thursday calling Trump a phony and a fraud. He also said that if Trump became the GOP nominee, he would give the election to Democrat Hillary Clinton. Trump responded to the comments a few hours later at a press conference in Maine. He says Romney let the nation down during the last presidential election.
Lawmakers are considering taxing Missouri drug dealers. Senator Wayne Wallingford told a Senate panel this on Thursday. Dealers would face an additional charge of tax evasion if they are caught with more than 35 grams of marijuana or a gram of other drugs, or a dosage of illegal substances without paying a tax. Wallingford also says he intends for the proposal to raise money for law enforcement and not to permit drug use.
A Missouri state senator wants to expand laws to allow people to use deadly force for self-defense. Senator Kirk Schaefer spoke to a panel Wednesday about expanding the Stand Your Ground law. The current law allows people to use deadly force to prevent fatal injuries or in cases of forcible felony. In any other case, a person is expected to retreat. Schaefer feels people should be able to defend themselves in any situation without worrying about potential repercussions.
Will records of victims of rape and suicide cases be closed? Missouri lawmakers are weighing the issue. The St. Louis Democratic Representative Janice Monticello received the approval for the proposal from a House committee. Monticello tried to kill herself last year. She reports that the St. Louis Post-Dispatch should not have reported her attempt. The plan also would make records and police reports of sexual assaults and rape cases closed, but victims can access them. Police could opt to release more information for public safety reasons.
Funding for public schools has taken a step forward in the Missouri House. The Budget Committee passed a spending plan on Wednesday that would provide around $69 million for K-12 schools. The plan also includes $10 million for performance funding for higher education. Officials say that the plan is still well below the $85 million budget that Governor Jay Nixon recommended. The committee's plan will now head to the full House for debate.
Lindenwood University students will experience new food options. Lindenwood's Board of Directors has approved partnership with Pedestal Foods to overhaul the dining experience. The changes will include national brands such as Chick-fil-A, Qdoba, and Caribou Coffee. The overhaul will also include a several-figure modernization to both dining halls. They will begin to renovate in April and with the new options in the fall.
Over the weekend, it was warm temperatures, then the cold moved in, and now we're back to rain. Emily, what do you think about all this?
That's typical Missouri weather. Let's have Charlie Mager tell us the weather.
Lots of clouds and mild temperatures are on the horizon the rest of the week and into the weekend. Find out if you'll want to spend your weekend outdoors or avoid the conditions at all costs. Coming up next.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just
Please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
With the beginning of March, it's starting to look like that cold, snowy winter weather may finally be behind us. The weather is persuasive enough to make me believe that spring is just around the corner, with warmer weather approaching. As you can see, a warm front is on the horizon in the St. Charles area, and after morning showers earlier on Thursday morning, the rain has gone away, leaving us with overcast and windy conditions, but decreasing humidity and appearances from the sun. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Thursday saw morning rain, but that would clear up around 3. Friday's high is barely reaching the 50s, but the rain is clearing up just in time for the weekend. Saturday is looking to be the best day of the week, with the sun out all day, a 0% chance of rain, and the high being in the upper 50s. Sunday we will see clouds and sun, with the high being in the upper 50s again. Then on Monday, the threat of rain is coming back, with morning showers and high winds reaching over 20 miles an hour. And that's a look at your 5-day forecast.
Dancers take the stage at Lindenwood University this weekend. The Lindenwood Winter Dance Concert will begin Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. in the J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts. Students will perform 12 dances each night during the 3-show run in the Black Box. Performances include ballet, contemporary jazz, and more. The students have choreographed 10 of the 12 dances for the concert. Stage manager Amy Gammon says it's an opportunity for students to show that they can do more than just dance.
That's what's really cool about the winter concert is that it's student-based. The students get to go out and show their audience what they feel that they want to show.
This is just one of the 3 concerts the dance department puts on each year. The concert is currently sold out, but there will be another dance performance at the end of April on the main stage.
Coming up next in sports, find out where the basketball team is heading on Friday, updates on the Cardinals, and what's going down this weekend at the Scott Trade Center. And no, it's not a Blues game.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
After going down a landslide the last month of the season, Lindenwood basketball rebounded to win its first MIAA tournament game in school history. The Lions beat Pittsburgh State with a 77-68 score on Tuesday on Pittsburgh's home court to accomplish that. The Lions will face the number 1 seed Northwest Missouri on Friday's quarterfinal game for the first time in MIAA tournament history. The game will be neutrally held in Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, Missouri on Friday, March 4th at 6 p.m. Downtown, the Scott Trade Center will host the Arch Madness College Men's Basketball Tournament this weekend for the 22nd straight year. Beginning on Thursday, March 3rd, and running until Sunday the 6th, 10 teams from around the Midwest will participate in the tournament. The opening 2 rounds will be telecasted on regional Fox Sports networks, while the championship rounds will be televised on CBS. Tickets for the tournament can be purchased online by visiting Ticketmaster.com. And how about some baseball, folks? The Cardinals have started their preseason games and are bolstering their middle infield for years to come. Second baseman Colton Wong has agreed to a 5-year contract extension with the Cardinals, along with the club option in 2021. The 25-year-old is the first Cardinal second baseman since the 1920s to post back-to-back seasons with 10 or more home runs. The Cardinals are looking at Wong as a long-term asset. For LUTV News, I'm Charlie Mager.
That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Emily Miller.
And I'm Phil Brock. Thanks for joining us.